Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I am taking part in a fun hop in celebration of Moira reaching 1,000 subscribers. So I will have the links for everyone who's participating down below, and be sure to go over to Moira's channel and give her a congrats. And I do believe that she has a prize for this hop as well. And so one of the things that Moira wanted for the hop was for everyone to scrap something about, I think it was something travel related or vacation or staycation or something along that line. And so that is what I believe the layouts will all be about today. Now, my layout, I chose to scrapbook about one of our, I would say, kind of our must-dos or must-haves when we're on vacation, and that is cupcakes at the Contempora. And so I have a picture here of a cupcake from the Contempora, and so that is what I'm going to scrapbook today. The first thing at the beginning that you saw me do was I have these very old thickers that have a resist on them, so you can add color to them. And so I took two colors. Both I think were Distress Oxide inks, and I went ahead and just put some color on those letters to make them stand out. Now I did use a Stampin' Up, I believe it was Raspberry Ripple, for the purple in addition to my Distress Oxide because it was looking too pink, so I needed to deepen the color. And now you see me, I am taking a whole bunch of pattern paper. Most of this is from past Citrus Twist kits, and I am just going to go ahead and mat my photo, which is just a 4x4 of that cupcake. And so I'm taking these different patterns that I've pulled and just matting my photo, and then I have just a whole bunch of bits and pieces of ephemera and some journaling cards and just a whole bunch of random bits that I pulled from some past kits, as well as just some other items just from my stash. And I have this journaling card that has a heart in it that says yes. And so I am going to use that inside of this floral frame. And of course, that's definitely what we all say when we are talking about going to get one of our favorite things, which are these cupcakes. And so this is going to be the rest of my title that you see me laying out here, which is Craving Contempora Cupcakes. So that's going to be the title for this one. And now that I've gotten my photo matted and I have this other little pocket card kind of designed the way I want, I'm going to kind of stick those two together so it's easy to move those around. And then I'm going to work on the background of my page. So I have a piece of purple cardstock and then a white piece of cardstock, and those are going to be my two main background pieces. So I'm going to mat the white on that purple, and then that sort of beige floral paper. I didn't want to do any mixed media for this page. I was feeling lazy. Normally I would have probably done some sort of mixed media, but on this day I decided, nope, I'm just going to use my pattern papers and design my background. So that floral paper became one long strip, which is probably about, I want to say 5 inches, and it's going to span top to bottom. And then I have some more of these pocket cards that were, again, these are all from my Citrus Twist, and so I am using a few of those kind of spanning down the seam of that floral paper. And so they kind of just pop out here and there just to add some dimension and some interest, but you only see little pops of those. And then those same pieces of pattern paper that I used to back my photo, I'm now just taking my notebook punch, and I'm just going to run this notebook punch along the edge of each of these pattern papers. And then what I'm going to do is take my trimmer and just trim off the edge so that I can use that portion of the pattern paper. So that's what you see me doing here. So I'm just going to get each of these trimmed out, and while I'm doing that, just a reminder that all the links for everyone playing along will be down below. And so be sure to hop along and check out everyone's layouts. And if you aren't a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to everyone's channel. You'll have plenty of inspiration for lots of different process videos for scrapbooking pages. And so now that I have all of my pieces of paper all sort of trimmed up, there you saw I kind of laid them down in behind those journaling cards. And again, this was just to add some interest. I didn't add mixed media, so I needed to have something more than just a white plain background. And now I am deciding to place my title. And what I decided to do was I'm sort of keeping everything on a vertical down that seam of the pattern paper, meeting the project life cards and the other pattern papers that I've punched. So I'm kind of keeping it all on that vertical, and then I'm going to have some clusters down at the bottom of my photo. So this is where I'm kind of playing with, okay, I'm going for kind of a vertical design, so how do I want to lay out my embellishing clusters? And so that's what you see me working on here. I have basically, when I build my clusters, I have something that I use for a base, which in this case is those reels, and those I just printed from Silhouette Studio. And then next after those, I go with my florals, which is sort of like the next biggest piece. And then from there, I take the other bits and pieces that I may have pulled, and I start to sort of build up those clusters. And then when I go to glue them down, oftentimes I will glue down some of it flat, and then I will pop up at least one piece, usually the cameras, if they're kind of the on top piece. That will become the sort of popped up bit so that there's some dimension. So once I had my clusters sort of designed, I decided that I wanted to put one down toward the bottom of the photo, and then I have another cluster right above the journaling card that says yes, and then I have the third cluster that goes above the title. And so those are where each of the embellishment clusters are going to go. And so I did move the word cupcakes down to the bottom, and then off camera I did go ahead and glue all this down, so you didn't have to watch that part. And now I'm just going to take the rest of these little word stickers and things like that I have off to the side, and I'm just going to place those around the layout. I want to have some sort of word sticker in each cluster, or at least something that kind of keeps the continuity in between each of the embellishment clusters. And then I have some other little puffy hearts. Again, all of this was from Citrus Twist Kits. I combined a few of them together that the colors matched, and that is basically how I built everything that I used for this page. So I'm just going to stick the rest of these little stickers in here, and I do believe that in just a second I will bring out some sequins as my sort of finishing touch, because I feel like a layout isn't really complete unless I add at least some sequins or some enamel dots or something along that line. Now, one thing I did notice is that these little stickers, or these little hearts, the puffy hearts, did not want to stick very well to the page, and so I do glue those down. And you know what, this may have been a page where I didn't add sequins. I can't remember. Yes, I did. Off camera, I apologize. I did add those sequins that you see, those purple little dots. And with that, guys, I will leave you with these photos, and please be sure to check the links down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.